Hey everyone, and welcome back to Gambling Flow, your daily dose of all things gambling. I'm Russell Kane,
I'm Fiona Blake.
and we are pumped for today's deep dive.
Yeah.
Because we're tackling a topic that's near and dear to a lot of people's hearts.
Absolutely.
Finding the absolute best online casinos that take Visa.
That's right. Visa is such a popular choice for casino deposits,
It's so easy.
but it's kind of like choosing a restaurant just because they take your credit card.
Right.
You want to be sure the food's amazing.
Exactly. You want to make sure the games are awesome,
Exactly.
that the bonuses are good,
Yeah,
that it's a quality casino.
absolutely.
So we've done the legwork, the research, the playing for research purposes, of course.
Of course.
And we're bringing you our definitive ranking of the top 10 Visa casinos.
That's right.
We're not just listing them out, though. We're going deep on what makes each one special,
Yes.
so you can find the perfect fit for your gaming style.
Think of this deep dive as your cheat sheet to finding a casino that's not only trustworthy and high quality, but also caters to what you care about most.
Exactly.
Whether that's massive bonuses, a focus on live games, or top-notch mobile play.
So are you ready to hear our top 10?
I am.
I'm excited to finally reveal this list.
Let's do it.
All right, coming in at number 1 and stealing the crown for best overall Visa casino is Lucky Block.
Ooh, Lucky Block.
I know they're relatively new to the scene,
They are.
but they are shaking things up in a big way.
Yeah, what's fascinating about them is they've managed to combine a massive game library. We're talking over 6,000 games from all the top providers with an incredibly low barrier to entry.
Okay.
Their minimum deposit is just $1.
$1.
$1.
That's less than I spend on my coffee in the
Like-
morning.
It's amazing because it opens up online gambling to practically anyone who wants to give it a try without breaking the bank.
And that's huge for a lot of people.
Absolutely.
They don't stop there, though.
No, they don't.
Lucky Block also offers a 15% cash back on losses for the first week, which is a nice safety net for new
This
players.
is a nice little cushion.
They're really going above and beyond to create a welcoming and accessible experience.
They are.
Our number 2 pick is a bit more established but still bringing the heat. It's Wild Casino.
Wild Casino.
Now, they might not have the crazy low minimum deposit of Lucky Block,
Right.
but they excel in another area,
Okay.
the live casino experience.
This is where Wild Casino really shines. They actually have 2 live streaming studios.
Wow.
So they're not messing around when it comes to offering a true Vegas-style experience right from your couch.
You can tell they've put a lot of thought into it,
I have.
into creating an immersive atmosphere.
It's great.
And it's a great option for players who miss the thrill of being in a real casino.
Absolutely.
Plus, they have a fantastic selection of slots and video poker.
Yes, they do. And we can't forget about their crypto-friendliness. Wild Casino supports a whopping 15 different cryptocurrencies.
50.
15.
That's a lot.
Which is huge for players who prefer using digital currencies.
Now for number 3, we've got a casino that's been around for ages
Ooh.
and still going strong.
Okay.
It's BetUS.
BetUS.
They're almost 30 years old,
Wow.
which speaks volumes about their reliability and staying power.
That's a testament to their quality.
And what's interesting is that they haven't become stagnant. They've kept up with the times
Yeah.
by offering a massive selection of over 400 games, including a solid mix of virtual and live options, and they've embraced crypto alongside traditional payment methods.
Absolutely. Very forward-thinking.
They also have a reputation for high maximum bet limits,
Ooh.
which is a big draw for high rollers who are comfortable wagering larger amounts.
Right. If you're looking to place those big bets and potentially win big BetUS is definitely worth considering.
Coming in at number 4 is BetOnline,
Okay.
another casino that's been around for a while, almost 20 years.
Wow.
They're known for their extensive game selection with over 200 options, including slots, table games, and live dealer games.
But what really sets them apart is their dedicated poker platform.
Interesting.
They offer a really wide variety of cash games and tournaments catering to both casual players and those who are serious about poker.
They've even got a dedicated section for video poker enthusiasts with tons of different variations.
It's clear that BetOnline has really invested in creating a comprehensive poker experience, which makes them a top choice for serious card sharks.
Rounding out our top 5 is a casino that's particularly popular in Asia. It's BK8.
BK8.
They've got over 1,000 games to choose from.
Wow.
So there's something for everyone.
Yeah.
And they really understand the Asian market.
What stands out to me is their focus on making the experience smooth and convenient for Asian players. They offer a range of payment options that are popular in the region, and their customer support is available in multiple
Oh,
languages.
that's awesome.
It is.
They also have a really generous welcome bonus for new players, a 100% match deposit bonus up to 300 MYR, which is the Malaysian ringgit.
And the rollover requirement is pretty low, only 12x, which means you can actually clear the bonus and withdraw your winnings more easily.
Now let's move on to number 6, Bovada.
Okay, Bovada.
This casino is a favorite for its incredibly generous sign-up bonuses, particularly for those who deposit with crypto. They're offering up to $3,750 in bonus funds, which is a pretty sweet deal.
It is a sweet deal.
Plus, their platform is super user-friendly, even if you're brand new to online casinos.
And while their game library might not be as massive as some of the others on our list, they prioritize quality over quantity, focusing on games from top-tier providers like RTG. This means you can expect a really high-quality gaming experience.
For our number 7 spot, we've got a haven for slot lovers,
Oh,
Super Slots.
Super Slots. I love that name.
They've got over 300 slots to choose from, including all the classics and some exciting progressive jackpot slots with massive prizes.
And what's really cool is that they understand that a lot of people like to play on the go. Their platform is fully optimized for mobile devices, so you can enjoy those slots anytime, anywhere.
Think so?
Yeah.
They've also got a generous welcome bonus for crypto users, a 400% match bonus up to $4,000.
Wow.
Now, if you're looking for a casino that truly excels at customer support,
Yeah.
every game, our number 8 pick is the one for you.
Every game. Okay.
They've got a stellar reputation for their 24/7 support, so you'll never be left hanging if you have a question or run into an issue.
And they're also a bit of an all-rounder. They offer a wide variety of games, including slots, table games, and video poker, and they've even got a dedicated poker platform and a sports book.
So it's like a one-stop shop.
It is. It's a one-stop shop for all your gambling needs, and their commitment to customer satisfaction really shines through.
Coming in at number 9 is Ignition,
Ignition.
a casino that's making a name for itself with its exclusive bonuses and promotions. They're constantly coming up with new ways to reward their players, which keeps things interesting.
What I find particularly impressive is their poker platform. They've got a great mix of cash games and tournaments, and they even offer anonymous tables, which helps to level the playing field and prevent sharks from targeting weaker players.
That's a really cool feature, especially for those who are new to online poker.
It is.
And last but not least, we have Rabona, our number 10 pick.
Rabona.
They boast an absolutely massive game library, over 5,400 games.
Wow.
If you're someone who loves variety and options, Rabona is definitely worth checking out.
Plus, they offer a unique feature. You can actually try out many of their games for free in demo mode before committing any real money.
Oh, that's cool.
It's a great way to get a feel for the games and the platform before you decide to play for real.
I like that.
And for those who like a little extra incentive, they've got a generous welcome bonus, a 100% match bonus, up to $750 plus 200 free spins.
Nice.
Oh, and one bonus crab.
A bonus crab.
Yes.
No, that's something I haven't heard of before.
It's a unique little feature that allows you to win additional prizes.
All right, so there you have it, our definitive ranking of the top 10 Visa casinos. We've covered a lot of ground,
We have.
but I think this gives you a good starting point for finding the perfect casino for your needs.
We've barely scratched the surface, though.
You're right, there's so much more to explore about each of these casinos.
We encourage you to visit their websites. Check out their full game libraries, and maybe even try out a few demos before you decide to deposit.
Exactly. And speaking of deposits,
Yeah.
let's dive a bit deeper into the payment method itself.
Okay.
Visa, it's so ubiquitous in our everyday lives.
Yeah.
But what are the real pros and cons of using it specifically for online gambling?
Well, the biggest pro is definitely convenience. Chances are you already have a Visa debit or credit card tucked away in your wallet.
Right?
So using it for casino deposits is super easy.
Yeah.
You don't have to create a separate account, learn a whole new system, or worry about compatibility issues. It's just familiar and straightforward.
Yeah, it's also a very secure payment method,
Yes.
which is a big deal when you're talking about money and online transactions.
Yeah.
Visa uses a lot of sophisticated technology to protect your information and prevent fraud, so you can feel confident knowing that your deposits are safe.
Absolutely. And here's a bonus. Some Visa cards even offer cashback rewards on purchases, which can include online casino deposits. So you might actually earn a little something back while you play.
I like that.
Yeah.
Okay, now for the not-so-fun part,
Okay.
the potential downsides.
All right.
One thing to be aware of is that some casinos might charge processing fees for Visa deposits, or withdrawals.
Yeah. It's always a good idea to check the casino's terms and conditions carefully before you make a transaction, just to make sure you're not getting hit with any unexpected fees.
Another thing to keep in mind, especially if you're using a credit card, is your credit limit.
Oh, yeah.
You don't want to get carried away and overspend because that can lead to debt and all sorts of financial headaches.
Yeah,
It's crucial to play responsibly and set a budget for yourself before you start gambling.
absolutely. And another issue that can pop up is regional restrictions.
Oh, right.
Some countries have laws that limit or outright ban the use of credit cards for online gambling. So it's essential to check the regulations in your jurisdiction before you even sign up at a casino.
Yeah. And even if online gambling is legal in your area, some banks might have their own policies that block transactions to gambling sites. It's always a good idea to double check with your bank or card issuer just to be on the safe side.
Right. And finally, while Visa deposits are usually instant withdrawals, can take a bit longer.
Yeah. Sometimes you have to wait a few business days, and you might even need to provide additional verification documents to prove your identity. It's not a deal breaker, but it's something to consider if you want your winnings ASA.
Exactly. If speed is a priority, there are other payment methods like cryptocurrencies that offer much faster withdrawals.
So you mentioned crypto. Let's
Yeah.
talk about that. It seems like everyone's buzzing about Bitcoin and Ethereum these days.
It's very buzzy.
What are the main benefits of using crypto for online gambling?
Well, one of the biggest draws is definitely speed. Crypto transactions are generally much faster than traditional methods like Visa, both for deposits and withdrawals. We're talking minutes, sometimes even seconds, compared to days.
Wow, that's a big difference.
It is a big difference.
That's a pretty compelling argument right there. Nobody wants to wait around for their winnings.
Nobody wants to wait.
Another huge advantage is security. Cryptocurrency transactions are encrypted and decentralized, meaning they're incredibly difficult to hack or tamper with.
Right.
So it's basically like having your own personal Fort Knox for your funds.
Pretty much. And for those who value their privacy, crypto offers another perk: anonymity. When you use crypto, you don't have to share your personal or financial information with the casino.
Interesting. I can see how that would be appealing to some players. But what about the downsides? I've heard that crypto can be a bit volatile.
That's true. The value of cryptocurrencies can fluctuate quite a bit, so there is a risk that your holdings could lose value after you deposit them.
So it's a bit of a gamble in itself.
Exactly. You have to weigh the potential rewards, faster transactions, increased security, and anonymity against the risk of volatility.
Right. So crypto has its pros and cons, just like any other payment method.
Yeah.
Are there any other alternatives to Visa that we should mention?
Well, there's always the classic bank transfer option. It's not the flashiest or fastest method,
Right.
but it's generally reliable and secure.
Yeah. Bank transfers are like the old reliables of the financial world. They might take a few days to process, but they get the job done.
They do.
So we've talked about a lot of different payment methods: Visa, crypto, bank transfers. What are some of your key takeaways from all this? What advice would you give to someone who's trying to decide which method to use?
Honestly, I think it really comes down to personal preference and what you prioritize most. If convenience and familiarity are your top concerns, then Visa is a great option. But if you're looking for speed, anonymity, and maybe even some extra security, crypto might be a better fit.
And of course, if you're comfortable with traditional banking methods and don't mind waiting a bit longer for transactions to process bank transfers, are always a solid choice.
They are.
And I think it's important to remember that most online casinos offer a variety of payment options, so you're not limited to just one seg. You can choose the method that feels most comfortable and secure for you.
Exactly. And no matter which method you choose, the most important thing is to play responsibly, set a budget, stick to it, and never chase your losses. Gambling should be fun, so make sure you're enjoying the experience and not putting yourself at risk.
Wise words.
Yeah.
Now, I'm curious to hear your take on something we've talked about, all these great Visa casinos. But do you think the ideal choice for a player might depend on where they're located?
That's a great question, and the answer is absolutely yes.
So let's get specific. If someone is listening to this right now, wondering which of these casinos is the best fit for them, what are some regional recommendations we can offer?
Well, if you're a VPN user or if you happen to be in Canada, Lucky Block is our top suggestion. Remember, their amazingly low minimum deposit of just $1. That's hard to beat, especially if you're new to online gambling or just want to test the waters.
And for our listeners in the U.S., Wild Casino comes highly recommended. They're well-established, they've got a great reputation, and they really cater to the U.S. market.
Now, for those of you across the pond in Europe, Rabona is a fantastic option. They've got that huge game library we talked about with over 5,400 games to choose from, and they offer some pretty unique features like that bonus crab we mentioned earlier.
And for our listeners in Asia, BK8 is the clear winner. They understand the Asian market inside and out. They offer localized payment options, and their customer support is available in multiple languages.
And for those of you in other parts of the world, I'd say Lucky Block is a great option again, especially if you're comfortable using a VPN to access their platform. They're truly a global casino with a lot to offer players from all over.
So even though we've narrowed things down quite a bit, it seems like Lucky Block is a real standout.
They are definitely making waves in the online gambling world. Their combination of a massive game library, an incredibly low minimum deposit, generous bonuses, and a commitment to accessibility is really shaking things up.
It's clear they're not afraid to challenge the status quo and offer something truly different to players. And regardless of where you are in the world, all of the casinos we've discussed today have one thing in common. They accept Visa.
It's a reliable, convenient, and widely accepted payment method that can make funding your online casino account a breeze.
But as we've discussed, there are other options out there like crypto and bank transfers, and each method has its own pros and cons.
It's always best to do your research, compare different casinos and payment methods, and choose the option that best aligns with your individual needs and priorities.
So we've covered the top 10 Visa casinos, we've talked about the pros and cons of using Visa for online gambling, and we've even explored some alternative payment methods. What's next on our deep dive agenda?
Well, we've thrown a lot of information at you today, so I think it's time to step back and consider the bigger picture. What are the trends shaping the online gambling landscape, and what can we expect to see in the future?
That's a great question, and one that I'm eager to explore. I think the world of online gambling is constantly evolving, and it's fascinating to see how technology regulations and player preferences are driving innovation.
Exactly. And as we move forward, I think it's going to be increasingly important for casinos to prioritize responsible gambling practices and create a safe and enjoyable environment for their players.
I completely agree. So let's take a moment to digest all this information, and when we come back, we'll delve into the future of online gambling and explore what lies ahead for both players and the industry as a whole. Welcome back to Gambling Flow. You know, we've explored the top 10 Visa casinos.
We have
We've delved into the intricacies of payment methods.
all sorts of payment methods.
But before we wrap up this deep dive, I want to look ahead.
Okay.
You know, the world of online gambling is constantly evolving.
It is.
New technologies are emerging.
Absolutely.
Regulations are shifting and players' expectations are changing. It's a fascinating landscape to watch.
It really is.
So what trends do you think are going to shape the future of this industry?
Well, one trend that's already gaining momentum is the rise of mobile gaming.
Oh, yeah.
More and more people are accessing online casinos from their smartphones and tablets. So it's crucial for casinos to have platforms that are fully optimized for mobile devices.
Yeah, I can definitely relate to that.
Yeah,
I do most of my gaming on my phone these days.
right.
It's just so convenient.
It's so easy.
And it's not just about having a mobile-friendly website.
No.
We're seeing casinos develop dedicated mobile apps
Right.
with features that are specifically designed for mobile users,
Yes.
like push notifications, gesture controls, and even augmented reality experiences.
I know. It's very cool.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah,
It sounds like mobile gaming is going to become even more immersive and interactive in the future.
absolutely.
What else do you see on the horizon?
Another trend that's gaining traction is the integration of virtual reality and augmented reality into online gambling.
Mhm.
Imagine putting on a VR headset and stepping into a virtual casino,
Okay.
complete with 3D graphics, realistic sound effects, and even the ability to interact with other players.
Wow, that would be a game changer.
It would.
It would be like teleporting to Vegas from your living room.
Exactly. And augmented reality could also play a role, allowing players to overlay digital elements onto their real-world surroundings.
Okay.
Imagine using your phone's camera to see a virtual roulette wheel spinning on your coffee table.
That sounds pretty wild. I can't wait to see how these technologies evolve and shape the online gambling experience.
Yeah, and speaking of evolution, we can't forget about the impact of blockchain technology and cryptocurrencies.
Right.
We've already talked about the benefits of using crypto for online gambling, but I think we're only scratching the surface of its potential.
So what do you see happening with crypto and gambling in the future?
Well, for starters, I think we'll see even more casinos accepting crypto as a payment method.
Yeah.
It's becoming increasingly mainstream, and it offers a lot of advantages for both players and operators.
And I imagine we'll see even more innovation in the ways that crypto is used within the gambling industry.
Exactly. We might see the development of decentralized casinos where the games are run on a blockchain and players have more control over their funds and data.
That would be pretty revolutionary.
It would.
It would really shake up the traditional power dynamics of the industry.
For sure. And we might even see the emergence of entirely new forms of gambling that are built on blockchain technology. The possibilities are really endless.
It sounds like the future of online gambling is going to be pretty exciting.
It is.
But with all this innovation, it's important to remember the importance of responsible gambling.
Absolutely. As online gambling becomes more accessible and immersive, it's crucial for both players and operators to prioritize responsible gambling practices.
Yeah.
This means setting limits, recognizing the signs of problem gambling, and seeking help when needed.
And I think it's also important for regulators to keep up with the rapid pace of innovation
Yes.
and ensure that the industry is operating fairly and transparently.
I completely agree. It's a delicate balance between fostering innovation and protecting players.
Well, this has been a truly fascinating deep dive.
It has.
We've explored the top 10 Visa casinos,
We did.
delved into the intricacies of payment methods, and even ventured into the future of online gambling. I feel like I've learned so much.
Me too. It's been a pleasure exploring this world with you, and I hope our listeners feel equipped to navigate the exciting and ever-changing landscape of online gambling.
I'm Russell Kane,
I'm Fiona Blake.
and this has been Gambling Flow.
Don't forget to subscribe to our channel, like this episode, and leave a comment below. We'd love to hear your thoughts on the topics we've discussed today.
And if you know someone who might enjoy this deep dive, please share with them.
We release new episodes every day, so hit that notification bell so you don't miss out.
Thanks for joining us, and until next time, happy gambling.